Xiaoli, her childhood sweetheart, is leaving, because her family helped her find a marriage. The boy's heart tightened, and after hesitating for a while, he only said one sentence. Good for you. Xiaoli was very sad after hearing it. When parted, she grabbed the boy. Anytime. As long as you tell me, I will come back from all over the world. Watching Xiaoli slowly go away, the boy experienced heartache for the first time. He really wants to keep Xiaoli, but he knew that if he spoke to persuade Xiaoli to stay, Xiaoli would definitely stay. But he couldn't speak, because before he was born, his pregnant mother was sought for revenge, and in the end he was cursed by the enemy, and he could not live until he was 14 years old. Thinking of this, he can't say those words of retention. The boy was born in a family of witch doctors. His father was a well-known witch doctor in the village. Unfortunately, he died young, leaving orphans and widows to live a difficult life. The boy has very few friends. Except for Xiaoli, there is only a monster named Qingji. This is a very strange monster. As long as it is fully exposed to the sun and moon, it can survive. They usually float on the bottom of the water, and only when someone calls their name, they can turn from nothingness to reality, and the boy was the one who calls his name to build the manifestation. Qingji never left. He always said that he wanted to repay the boy. He had to deliver a letter for the boy before leaving. It turns out that although Qingji is weak, he can travel thousands of miles a day. You must know that, in an era without mobile phones, this is a very remarkable ability. But the boy didn't have any friends to send letters to. But Qingji told him that maybe there would be in the future. For the next 2 years, Qingji waited for him by the lake. When he was free, the boy went to see him. They laughed, ate and looked at the stars together. They became friends who talked about everything, including the feelings for Xiaoli. And the boy also told it. On the day Xiaoli left, Qingji sat with the boy by the lake for a full night. Although the boy said he didn't care, he talked about Xiaoli all night. Xiaoli said that whenever, as long as tell her that she would come back from all over the world. Wouldn't that be better? I told you, Qingji is the best at traveling thousands of miles. If one day I miss her, I will ask you to help me send a letter. It's a deal this time. When the time comes, you will come to Jingguoqi, and I will wait for you. Well, Qingji never expected that. It had been waiting for decades, and the boy did not come back, until the water here dried up, and no one came to enjoy the flowers. It was still waiting for him. Later a loach elf occupied the lake, and at the same time, Qingji was poisoned by the loach elf, so it found Peach elf for it. It told Peach elf that he was not afraid of death, but if he died, no one would deliver the letter for the boy. Qingji was cured. Peach elf also finished listening to its story. Before leaving, it came to the boy's village, but learned that the boy had died many years ago. Peach elf found the diary left by the boy. Before leaving, he left the diary to Qingji. Qingji opened the diary and understood everything. It turned out that when the boy was young, there was a Qingji at home. It liked him very much, and called him Uncle Qingji. Until one day, his father received an entrustment to deliver a letter. Qingji happily set off with the letter. At night, when the rain became heavier and heavier, Qingji also came back. Only then did the boy realize that Qingji would never survive. After using his ability to travel thousands of miles a day, what's even more tragic was that Qingji didn't know that he would die because of this. Soon after Xiaoli left, the boy's illness became more and more serious. He took a lot of medicine, but he didn't get better at all. In winter when he was 14 years old, he knew that he might not be able to survive. But before he died, his mind was full of Xiaoli's figure. He really wanted to see Xiaoli again. But when he thought of Qingji's death, he had no choice but to give up. After all, Qingji was also alive. So it turns out that he really won't come back.
那就去看看吧。此一生，你谋取我性命，我为负你承诺。 哇。